That's one thing. The other question has to do with what you stated earlier about teachers lacking the knowledge to properly facilitate this without some help. And I'm wondering where that help is coming from. And the other thing is, if it's not funded, obviously that's a wonderful excuse. Is there anything that can be done to require teachers in the teachers' colleges to be required to have courses? If we're saying it's mandated for school districts, why are teachers required to graduate with these courses under their belt? Not that you can answer that specific one.
Yes, no, that's absolutely the goal, right? To do professional development for teachers continuously, that is a hamster wheel of infinite work. We need to work upstream in teacher training and certification, and that's part of the goal of the curriculum lab, of working at the level of UConn and bringing pre-teaching education majors into the curriculum lab. We are actually funded through a community partner. I don't know if you guys know Bunam Bakery in Avon, but they fund a scholarship at the Institute so that we can give a scholarship to future teachers to take Asian American Studies courses, right? So we're trying to work at that level, right? So the question of, will it be viewed as only for Asian Americans? I think there is already a lot of curiosity about Asia and Asian Americans. If you look at youth culture right now, you cannot get away from Korean popular culture, right? Our world is so integrated now, and the youth are so interconnected that I think they're already curious about each other, right? They're already looking for things, but they're getting their information in, I guess I could say, non-reputable sources. And so, the question of sources and validation and the methodological inquiry that you're talking about is so important for that, to give them the tools to critically assess the messages they're receiving, and also give them the tools to think about where to find new sources of information about each other, right? And so my sense is that students want this. The students I've spoken to, they are hungry for this. And what's interesting about Asian American stories is it's not just a singular story. There are so many different ethnicities, there are so many different diasporas, right? So the ways that we teach the Vietnamese refugee communities in Connecticut, that touched this community of Sudanese folks who had never seen a story about refugees before, right? So I think there's a way that it can create connections. And I think tapping into teachers' commitments to their students and their communities is another way to help reinforce what they already know about their communities. Teachers they do amazing work day in and day out. And I've seen districts do some really amazing professional development for their teachers, and we want to supplement that at UConn. And with the Institute, this is really our way of providing more public value for higher education that should be accessible to everyone. So we do have a 1-credit class called Confronting Anti-Asian Racism that is offered free to all students. And I'm working on trying to make it available for free for all teachers in the state. So that would be another way to help produce some more confidence for teachers.
Just to answer your question a little more, good thing is the